We define an obstacle as something that interferes with progress.
I'm autistic. It is a neurological disorder that affects my social communication.
Reach for it.
As soon as my foot hit the wall, I felt something just completely rip and pop. Turned out that I had a double ruptured Achilles.
And how we react to an obstacle is what defines us.
I went from making nothing to past minimum wage to being a trainer for low-income families and people that don't have a chance.
I can embrace this challenge. I can embrace this disorder. It has nothing to do with my physical capability.
Tonight, an army of athletes takes on a new set of obstacles.
I love obstacles. It's exciting to push your body to see what it can do, and I feel like I'm getting stronger every year. I think I can do it.
And attempts to write a new definition of an American Ninja Warrior.
I'm just trying to blaze my own path.
She's done it!
I want to take the title.
The new gold standard.
I want it. I want it so bad.
American Ninja Warrior starts now.
Welcome to America's Heartland. We're in historic Union Station in Kansas City, Missouri. Our second stop in our cross-country journey to find the first ever American Ninja Warrior. Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Eisman here with former NFL defensive end Akbar Bajabiamila, and tonight we have a star-studded field that includes the man who's gone farther in American Ninja Warrior than anyone else in history, Brian Arnold.
And Matt, it's not just Brian Arnold and those talented rock climbers. Tonight, the big story is Megan Martin. Can she be the first woman to get up the wall this season? Megan was one of only 3 women to do it last year.
Yes! She's done it!
If she can do it 2 years in a row, that will be huge.
Well, this is stacking up to be the deepest field of the season, and for more on the course that will push these elite athletes to their limit, let's go down to Christine Leahy.
Thanks, Matt. As in every city, this qualifying course is made up of 6 obstacles, 3 of which are making their American Ninja Warrior debut. It all starts at the quintuple steps, where competitors must run across 5 angled platforms, each just 3 feet wide. Next is the first new obstacle, the Big Dipper. Competitors must maintain their grip on a metal pipe sliding down a steep track, then time their release to grab a rope ladder and climb to safety. Also making their Ninja Warrior debut are the floating tiles. Competitors' balance will be tested as they leap across a series of suspended tiles. Next is the modified ring toss, where they must use 2 rings to navigate across 3 suspended planks using the pegs on each side. From there, it's the third new obstacle, Bungee Road. Competitors will need whatever grip strength remains in order to get through 4 sets of stretching ropes before transferring to an angled suspended log, working their way to the landing platform. Finally, it's the infamous warped wall, where they'll have to run up the 14-foot incline, grab it at the top, and pull themselves up to the platform. Finish the course, and you're guaranteed a spot in the Kansas City Finals. Matt Nockbar, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. Our crowd's so huge here in Kansas City, it spilled over to the hill across the street from Union Station. And it's standing room only for our first competitor, 21-year-old Lars Hansen. He's a youth sports coach who lives by the adage, practice what you preach.
Quick feet, faster, faster, faster. Let's go, guys.
8 years ago, I started a youth speed and agility camp for kids between the ages of 8 and 18. I coached 12 individual kids, and now it's grown to over 250 annually. I was challenged by my 200 kids to come on this show. I saw it as a really unique opportunity where I could demonstrate for them what it looks like to be a role model athlete preparing for an intense competition the way I've done with American Ninja Warrior. I hope that they've just seen the steps I've done to get to this point, and I hope I can make them proud.
1, 2, 3, and about 200 kids from his camp are here wearing orange, along with his fiancée and mom. 6'2", 150, so a very lean guy. And Lars nimble through the quintuple steps. Now the Big Dipper, the first of our new obstacles here in Kansas City. Oh, he's just hanging there, electing only to use his arms there on the ladder.
Oh, hold on now, hold on.
Well, you know what, that shirt getting wet, the signature of all those children out there. And look at the orange in the crowd. Now the floating tiles.
4 suspended tiles of various sizes now. You can't touch the blue support wires. There it is.
And Lars Hansen will now give us our first look at the modified ring toss. We had this obstacle last year in Dallas, but this version is even tougher. This year, not only are the pegs on both sides, but the spaces between the pegs varies from plank to plank.
Well, this is a very difficult obstacle if you don't have the right technique. You want to get a swing going to propel you to the next peg.
Want to move through these like monkey bars on the playground, but right now, he's not moving forward at all. And he's just dangling there.
He's completely turned around. Oh boy, he's in trouble, Matt.
Well, he's just hanging on with one hand, just looks lost. He's hooked up, and he is
the momentum.
I'm amazed that he's still hanging on. And again, this is the problem. He just can't seem to get any forward progress going.
And you can see his grip. Watch his grip, Matt. He switched it up. Those forearms are really starting to burn.
Well, he's been hanging there a long time. Oh! And Hansen goes out, a victim of the modified ring toss.
From the moment he stepped up to the ring toss, he looked lost. As soon as he started hanging, he couldn't figure out what grip to use or where to put the rings. And almost a full minute later, his arms finally gave out.
And now comes something big, really, really big. Former defensive end Tyler Brayton, 6 feet 6 inches and 250 pounds of him. Played for the Raiders, Panthers, and Colts in his NFL career, and he's one of the biggest athletes we've ever had on the course.
Well, I'm 6'6", 250 pounds. So that's the big question, right? Can this big guy do the same things that these little guys are doing? I played in the NFL for 9 years. I played defensive end. Well, I think anyone who goes to the highest level in anything is intensely competitive. I always like to challenge myself and push myself to try new things and going for it and then seeing what happens. Discovered American Ninja Warrior. A lot of people say, well, aren't you too big to do that? I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to let that stop me from trying.
Tyler and I were a part of the same class to the 2003 Oakland Raiders team. We came in together. I've known him for a very long time, and let me tell you, this guy is an animal.
Wow! Look at this 6'6", 250-pound man bounding through the quintuple steps.
I can't even call him a competitor. I have to call him my teammate. Watch my teammate go and do this. Oh, no! All 6'6", 250 pounds came slamming down on that rope.
And that's where I think his size was a disadvantage, Akbar.
This obstacle is going to be tough for everyone tonight, but Tyler's so heavy, he's got no lift coming off the bar, so he grabbed the net low, and with his long legs, he was already wet. That's tough. I wanted to see how the big guy would have handled these obstacles.
I slipped, man. I didn't get a good grip on it. All right.
Up next from nearby Independence, Missouri, this is 35-year-old PE teacher and mom, Annie Dudek, and she's definitely a local favorite here.
A local PE teacher in the spotlight today. She will be on the next American Ninja Warrior show here on NBC.
To be from Kansas City and to have American Ninja Warrior here is amazing. I've had so much support. All my kids and all my students and all my friends and family are like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you. I'm a mother. My 2 boys inspire me every day. So for me to run this course, I want to inspire them and I want to return the favor to them. By day, I'm a PE teacher and mother. Tonight, I'm going to be a Ninja Warrior.
There's a look at Annie's husband and 2 kids, Kaysen and Major, no doubt ready to see their mom school this course. Well, American Ninja Warrior really growing in popularity, but Akbar, I got to say, in Kansas City, there's a special energy tonight. There's just a tremendous sense of community and support here. And Dudek, such a great support in the crowd. So many of her students and friends out to support the teacher.
Well, she's more than a teacher right now. She's a competitor, and she's looking strong. She's got to hold on tight. That's a 5-foot drop she's sliding down.
Great body control, and I like to use that cross grip approach.
Oh, watch yourself. Watch yourself.
A little hung up, but the former high school track coach manages to get untangled. And she is enjoying herself, waving to her kids and the rest of her supporters.
Yeah, she better focus on what's next. The floating tiles will test this gym teacher's equilibrium.
Well, she was a cheerleader her freshman year in college, and we know she's got great agility and balance. Wow!
That's it!
Great balance. The 2014 Miss Missouri pageant contestant is strutting her skills on this course. Annie was a track and field athlete all 4 years of high school. In college, she was all conference in pole vaulting at Graceland University in Iowa, so she should have good upper body strength for the ring toss. Looking comfortable, 5'5". Got to use that momentum, though.
There it is.
She's finding her rhythm.
Oh, this girl is bad.
The space between pegs on the ring toss varies from plank to plank. They're 26 inches apart on the first and third sections, and on this middle section here, they're 30 inches apart. And that extra space seems to be why Annie's struggling here.
That uphill can be brutal.
Good body momentum, but that body getting a little side to side instead of front and back.
That spot is definitely the toughest part of this obstacle. Use that backswing. Backswing and move. Backswing and move.
And not enough momentum, it looks like, to unlatch that back ring.
Oh, there
She's going for the dismount.
It's not a hard knock life for Annie.
And she's got it. Her incredible run continues.
Wow, that's big time.
Figure it out, Big Daddy Warbucks. A great Annie reference there. The 35-year-old is now the first to attempt bungee road. Tremendous grip strength is required. 4 rows of hanging bungees. She's got to jump up, grab on, work her way across to the log. And she's up.
Okay, the key is to grab those bungees up high to reduce the amount they will stretch.
She's losing her grip. Fighting, though.
Matt, she's grabbing too low. She's grabbing too low. She's fighting for her life right now.
Look at the focus on her face.
She will not give up, Matt.
Gotta move. She's gotta move. A great effort, Annie Dudek going out on the bungee road, but the crowd erupting in support.
Take a look. When she grabs the bungees up high, she stays high. It's an easy reach to the next one, but when she grabs low, the bungees give and she sinks down, making it a longer grab, and her arms gave out.
Let's go to Christine, who's standing by with Annie and her family.
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I know.
I saw you really hanging on there on Bungee Road. How
Yes.
much were your arms hurting at that point?
I think I took too long on the rings. So by that time, I was just like kind of holding on. I'm like, oh gosh.
What'd you think of your mom tonight?
She did awesome. She did amazing.
Well, they're proud of you. We're proud of you. I think all the elementary students you have watching tonight are proud of you. Thank you so much for coming out.
Tonight, here's what's coming up. Last year, she was one of only 3 women to make it up the wall. Yes! Megan Martin! But this year, Megan Martin's planning to go even higher.
I think it's cool to do things that people don't necessarily think you can do.
And saddle up for the return of the Cowboy Ninja. This year, Lance Pekas has turned his training up a notch.
Time to cowboy up.
Plus, Franklin Bain is country strong. And this goat farmer trains a little differently.
It don't take long for a farm to go down. Oh, watch it. I'm all right.
When American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior here in Kansas City. While we were away, 3 more competitors tried to conquer the course. 30-year-old computer software CEO Andrew Rowland kept the rhythm before his run, only to find he was severely offbeat. Project manager Paul Karchner thought he could sleepwalk through the course in his red long johns, but he had a rude awakening at the Big Dipper. Oh! A hard landing. However, 53-year-old David Mitek turned back time. He defeated the Dipper, but the floating tiles cleaned his clock. Oh! Don't worry, he's okay. Well, up next on the course, it's 23-year-old Franklin Bain from Sullivan, Missouri. From here, his hometown is only a 4-hour drive. But for this goat farmer, the big city might as well be a world away.
Well, my birthday was the other day. My stepdad said grab the trailer, all the straps, we're going on a road trip. I thought I was getting a new tractor, 8-in, 9-in, something like that. And we pull up and he says, happy birthday, here's a grain bin. I always wanted it. Thanks, Dad.
Mom, Frankie, got this.
Everyday lifestyle, man.
I first found out about Ninja Warrior from Reese, my little brother. He's one of my trainers.
Breathe in, breathe out. Good job. I think he's the toughest man I know. I think he could even lift the front end of a car up.
I ain't got no membership to no gyms. I train right here on the farm. After we get done feeding, we usually work around the farm. I split wood all the time. I'm always moving stuff around, and we roll hay bales and square bales and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we work till dark. I'm a country boy, and I don't quit.
There's a look at Franklin's girlfriend, Shelby, and his little brother and trainer, Reese. His family and friends in the stands made the nearly 4-hour trip to root for Franklin. Well, truly people from all walks of life. Franklin being the goat farmer. This is the first time he's been in the big city, Akbar. Oh, little stumble there. And here he is on the course when the lights are at their brightest.
28 years old. This is his first time in a big city. You'd think he'd be nervous.
Well, I loved watching his training video. He was training with the goats watching him. Younger brother Reese getting excited. You know, Reese may be the youngest ninja trainer we've ever had. Watch out, Sam San. Just amazing. Works on the farm 7 days a week. Still finds time to train every day. And look at this. Look at that smile. The crowd going crazy for him. And now, time to test that upper body on the modified ring toss. Weighs 145 pounds.
Everything you see with his upper body strength here on the modified ring toss is straight corn-fed, and it is straight country strong.
Well, that's what I love about American Ninja Warrior. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what you do. Well, look at this, hanging by one arm. If you work hard, if you train, you can do well, and Bane is proving that. Probably doesn't have a trampoline or much less something like that on the farm.
Make it up this. Oh, boy. There. Oh!
The goat farmer, Franklin Bane, out on Bungee Road.
Well, you can tell he hasn't had much experience on the mini trim. He hits right on the edge and gets no bounce. He barely got a finger on the bungee.
I just didn't get a good spring off the mini trim.
Up next is Stephen Mowell. Stephen is autistic, and he's also a super fan of American Ninja Warrior. He said his greatest wish was to run this course, and that wish is about to come true.
Reach for it. Yeah! American Ninja Warrior is helping a lot and coping with the difficulties that my autism can bring.
There's been ups and downs. It's been hard trying to get him through school. Before, he was just mainly on the computer.
Wow, first try. Whoa!
Now he's out and about. He's jumping around the house. He has a pull-up bar in his doorway.
Nice.
I don't think I'll be able to hold back the tears at seeing Stephen have his dream fulfilled.
It means everything to me. It's been my dream ever since I first saw it to be on there. And now I got this opportunity. I'm just stoked. This is so exciting and everything. Wow.
I think everyone in this crowd is aware of what this means to Stephen. And there's Stephen's parents, Bruce and Deborah.
Just like you're training. Yeah, come on!
And two of our most accomplished ninjas, Brian Arnold and Noah Kaufman, offering their encouragement. Well, this is it, a dream come true for Stephen Mowell. Stephen told me he has two areas of interest: U.S. history, where he can recite all the presidents in order, and American Ninja Warrior. Look at him, Akbar. He's doing a great job here on the quintuple steps.
He is taking full advantage of his opportunity. His first opportunity at 21 years old.
And the crowd is chanting his name. Look at his mom, tears in her eyes. Stephen said he discovered Ninja Warrior at 13. 8 years later, here he is on the course, Akbar.
And this crowd realizes what's going on. They are on their feet.
Come on, Stephen. Let's do this.
I see you, Stephen. Go. Make that transition.
Oh, a great effort. Stephen Mao with an inspirational run, but comes up short on the Big Dipper. And here comes Stephen's mom running over to greet him, and his proud father, Bruce, with a congratulatory hug. And look at this, the crowd on their feet showing their support for a truly courageous performance. Stephen's autism affects how he interacts in social settings, but here he is on national television, fulfilling his dream in front of millions, and that smile says it all. One of the greatest moments we've had on this show, Akbar. Like he said, he wanted to spread the message, and Stephen Mall has done just that. The courage of this young man, so impressive, and what a difference he can make right now for others with autism and for families who have someone with autism.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Up next, he's gone farther than anyone in American Ninja Warrior history. And this year, Brian Arnold's promising to shake it up.
You might see a new Brian come out.
Plus, pole vaulter Cassie Craig gets her first shot at the course.
I'm getting chills just talking about it.
Coming up on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to Kansas City, and look who's in the crowd. Casey Catanzaro and Michelle Warnke, the first two women to make it up the Warped Wall. We'll see Casey's run next week in Houston, and Michelle a couple weeks later in Pittsburgh. But the third woman to make it up the wall is running here tonight, and she's standing by with Christine in the Palm warm-up zone.
Guys, I'm here with Megan Martin, the woman who made it further than any other female in Las Vegas last year. You were also just one of 3 females to make it up the Warped Wall. So what do you want to do this year?
Well, this year I really hope that I can do as well as I did last year and maybe even a little bit better.
Well, it starts with tonight, so looking out at the course, is there anything specific that concerns you?
The only thing I'm kind of worried about is the bungee bridge, but
My strength definitely lies in my upper body, so
and I think it'll work to my advantage.
All right, Megan, good luck. We're watching for you. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. Up next is another strong female competitor, rookie Cassie Craig. Cassie's a former pole vaulter out of Wichita, Kansas, with an impressive resume.
As soon as I could walk and as soon as I was able to throw punches and kicks, my dad put me in karate, and ever since then I've just loved sports. When I was about 8 years old, I quit karate and just focused on gymnastics, and that became my life. My sophomore year in high school, I started pole vaulting, and I was undefeated my junior and senior year, and I won state both years. And then I went on to college and kept following that dream. Running track at Wichita State, I won 3 conference championships in the pole vault, and currently I'm ranked 3rd all-time in the pole vault and 3rd all-time in the indoor 60-meter hurdles at Wichita State. The common thread throughout my athletic career, I think, would definitely just be my wanting to try and do things that look impossible to do. And American Ninja Warrior is definitely no exception.
Here's a look at Cassie's mom, dad, and brother, who all made the 200-mile drive to be here tonight. Such a strong woman. Her track and field coach at Wichita State called her A-game because when she was under pressure, she brought it. And look at her, Cassie, really enjoying the spotlight. Now her first big test, the Big Dipper.
Well, yeah, I had a chance to talk to her coach, called down to Wichita State. Pat Wilson said this girl is feisty and she's strong. There's nothing that she can't do.
Oh, look at that save! Great upper body strength. Cassie only 5'2". Those tiles spaced between 4.5 to 7 feet apart. Gonna need long strides here.
This is just like she's back on the track at Wichita State.
And Cassie clearly having a blast on the course right now. Always wanted to be a ninja. Actually, dressed as a ninja for Halloween, and here she is on American Ninja Warrior.
Well, remember, she's a pole vaulter just like Megan Martin, and that upper body strength is going to help her here on the rings.
And Cassie putting together an incredible performance right now.
Oh, she's going for
the
it.
dismount
Let
here.
the body fly like Superwoman.
And a little roll, Cassie Craig.
Hey, she did it in style, Matt.
Her parents on the sidelines cheering her on, so proud of their daughter. And she's getting this crowd fired up.
Matt, she makes it past Bungee Road. I'm telling you, this entire crowd is going to erupt. It's going to be total pandemonium.
And they are cheering her name already.
There it is. Get up there, girl.
And she's got it. Only 5'2".
I see you. Keep going. Fight all the way through.
And she is struggling here on Bungee Road. That's a 3-foot reach. Barely hanging on.
She lost her L's. She's just hanging.
And look at that. She pulled herself back up. Going for that transition. Oh, can't hold on. No. Cassie Craig, a phenomenal effort, but just can't make that transition on Bungee Road. So close.
Well, look at that face. She was fighting for her life on the bungees. Her arms were just exhausted at that point, so when she reached for the log, she had nothing left to hang on.
I was scared of that from the beginning. How to get there, I don't know. I just couldn't get it.
Up next, the 39-year-old firefighter Dennis Lappin out of Livonia, Michigan. Dennis competed last year and suffered a horrific injury. So this year, he's got a score to settle.
Went for the first leap. As soon as my foot hit the wall, I felt something just completely rip and pop. It turned out that I had a double ruptured Achilles. I was out of work for 5 months and also 6 long months of physical therapy. I would probably say I'm 99% back to normal. The only thing that really kind of freaks me out is the warped wall. There's always that what happens. My surgeon says this set will never rupture, but it's always in the back of my head that it's still there. I don't give up. This is like the toughest obstacle course on the face of the earth, and I know I can do it.
There's a look at his wife, Beth, who's been by his side for every step of his recovery and rehab.
Well, I've seen a lot of Achilles injuries in football, and I had one myself. They are painful and tough to come back from.
And Akbar looks like he's favoring that right leg, the one he injured. Last year, it was the second obstacle in Denver where he ruptured that Achilles.
That's
Good
it.
transition there.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's a fireman, knows his way around ladders, but now the floating tiles.
And I'm pretty sure he's got to be thinking about that Achilles on this obstacle. That's it.
And look at that nimble
Achilles
approach.
look good to me.
Lappin exhales, looking relieved. Both he and his wife aware he's already made it farther than he did last year.
You know, he wants to represent for his fellow firefighters back in Michigan.
Good strategy here, building up momentum.
Well, at 39 years old and coming back from a major injury, this is an impressive performance by Dennis Lappin. That's it right there.
And he's staring down Bungee Road, but now has to hit the mini tramp on that injured Achilles. Remember, it's his right leg.
You have to be very smart in the way you approach this. Get up high on the bungee.
Looking comfortable up here, 39 years old. This transition's gonna test him. Good job building up momentum. Can't use your feet on the log. Oh! And he's got it, that fireman. And Dennis Lappin, the first athlete tonight to complete Bungee Road. He'll be the first to face the warp wall here in Kansas City. And now that Achilles will be tested, Akbar. Last year blew it out, and now 14 feet away from the city finals.
How much torque can this Achilles tendon take?
The crowd cheering him on.
Get up there. That's
it. Right up it.
That's it.
What a story of redemption and determination. Dennis Lappin, our very first finisher of the night. Unbelievable.
You are back. I see you, baby.
Yes, I am.
He said he worried about the warped wall, but look, perfect technique. He ran right up it, didn't even have to jump, and hits his very first buzzer.
I love the energy out of Dennis Lappin, and right now he's standing by with Christine.
You went up the warped wall with a repaired Achilles.
Yes.
What is that like?
You know, I didn't even cross my mind. All I was looking was the top at the buzzer, and kind of like last season, I was going to do whatever it takes to finish the course.
Well, let's see that leg one more time. That is quite a battle wound. But you know what? You got redemption, and you are going to the city finals. We are excited to see you back.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Guys?
Coming up, she's an inspiration in the gym.
There you go. Now cross up to blue.
and on the course. Her feet are up! And tonight, Megan Martin tries to make magic once again. And later, this breakdancer always puts on a show. Lauren Ball has one goal, to be the fastest of the night.
I'm gonna go for it.
His run's up later on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior in Kansas City. While we were away, 3 more athletes tried to conquer the course. 5'9" fitness coach Robin Folk, aka Sasquatch, looked about as nimble as Bigfoot when the Quint steps took her out. Automotive buyer Christy Welch motored on through, but got upended by the Big Dipper. Oh, she just did a flip! 22-year-old college student and Division I gymnast Trent Jarrett struggled to find the answer for the modified ring toss.
Oh! Yes! With the ring in his hand!
But it was Bungee Road that threw him for a loop, straight into the water.
Oh!
But some of our best athletes are coming up, including the 4 training partners who call themselves the Wolfpack. They're with Christine down in the Palm warm-up zone.
Matt, thank you. I'm here with the Wolfpack. That's Brian, Noah, Isaac, and Ian. Guys, thanks for being here again this year. But I want to bring up quickly last year. You all 4 fell in stage 2. So what are you doing differently to make sure that doesn't happen again this year?
Well, I got to tell you, we've changed our training dramatically.
Okay.
And there's a lot of distraction training that we've thrown into the mix. And I think that, what do you think, Brian?
It's more intense, too. We didn't train the unstable bridge we fell on. He's got 4 of them in a row now down the porch.
Okay, guys, on the count of 3, I want you to point to which member of the Wolfpack is going to make it the furthest this year. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have a lot of different options here. Thank you for including me. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go with probably one of you guys. But best of luck to you all tonight, and thanks for coming out to talk to us. Matt and Akbar, back to you.
We'll see those guys run soon enough. But Akbar, look at that entrance. From Chicago, Illinois comes the 33-year-old Tavares Chambliss. He's known as the Neon Ninja because his personality is as colorful as his workout gear.
Even as a kid, I've always wanted to be a ninja. I've always been into martial arts and doing all the crazy flips and stuff, so I was always moving. I'm very outgoing, I'm far from shy. I love to have fun, I love to turn up and be crazy.
What up, how we doing today? Oh yeah, keep it up.
I'm a mobile DJ, dancer / MC. We do like bar mitzvahs, birthday parties.
Bounce, bounce, let's go.
We pretty much get the party going, you know, control the crowd, teach them little dance moves they can follow. I think that being an MC will help on the course in the way where I'm used to being in the spotlight. Having like a whole bunch of people staring at you, that's when I feel like I'm at home, is when everybody's watching me.
And you can hear the support for Tavares Chambliss. Those are fans of his from Chicago. Only 5'5", but we've seen how he can move. And look at that. Oh, Akbar, a little out of control, but manages to keep his balance.
Well, he played running back in high school and still holds the all-time rushing record at Wheeling High, just outside of Chicago. All right, you better get moving here. Oh,
great transition.
Nice.
Barely needed the ladder there. Good momentum.
Come on, Nia.
In addition to Tavares' job as an MC, also is a dancer.
Well, let's see if he can two-step his way through the floating tiles. That's it.
Right through a nice roll there out of Team Neon. Such a versatile background, also trains martial arts, karate, hapkido, and kickboxing. 5'5", 155, he is solidly built.
You're right, he's got a ton of muscle on his upper body, a huge asset on the modified ring toss. Neon is moving. I see you, Neon Tavares.
I can't believe you haven't said it, Akbar, but I'll say it. Neon is prime time. Now staring down the 5th obstacle. This will be a real test of the grip strength. But first needs to make a successful mount onto the bungees.
And look at his technique. It's perfect, grabbing high on each bungee, keeping the L's in his arms, and continuing to move forward.
Now the 4-foot leap to the log. Not allowed to use his legs.
Whoa! He's got it.
Just the second to get past Bungee Road. Neon Ninja at 5'5", staring down the 14-foot warp wall. And Neon Ninja lighting it up tonight. Oh! And there it is, the neon flag is flying. And he is our second finisher of the night. The Neon Ninja's moving on to the Kansas City Finals.
Well, he put on a clinic at Bungee Road, and here's how he did it. He stays high on the bungees, he moves quickly, and then builds up a good swing to the log. I hope the other competitors were taking notes.
Coming up, they call her the Machine. Kirsty Meyer's one of the strongest females ever to take on the course.
I'm gonna go places that women have never gone.
And later, he made history last year. What a run, 52 years old. But Jon Stewart almost didn't come back this season.
I kept believing I'm going to do it. I'm going to get back.
His story coming up on American Ninja Warrior. While we were away, the strong field here in Kansas City continued to have success on the course. ER Doc Noah Kaufman was the picture of perfect health.
There it is.
And locks in. And right up and a low leap, and there it is. The Ninja Doc struck his signature pose en route to being the first of the Wolfpack atop the warp wall. Sporting 70s retro attire,
I haven't seen those shorts in a long time.
Ian Dory, the youngest member of the Wolfpack, was the second member of the group to finish. Ian Dory does it. 21-year-old Alan Adams, whose Christmas gift from his dad was a plane ticket to walk on in Kansas City, celebrated throughout his run. Gotta love his enthusiasm, Akbar. And gave a big thanks to his dad from the top of the warp wall.
Dad! That's for you! Whoa!
Up next on the course, it's the one they call the Machine. 21-year-old college student Kirsty Meyer. She's a rookie on the course, but she is a beast.
They call me the Machine because it seems like everything I do is humanly impossible. Growing up in my neighborhood, it was mainly a boy neighborhood. I was the fastest runner, I was the best player at sports, and I was the one that everyone wanted to beat. Kind of have always been a fan of American Ninja Warrior, but it wasn't until this past summer that I decided to take it really serious. And now I can be walking on a barrel, flipping weights. All the guys in the gym look to try and beat my records with the wall or cannonball alley.
Kirsty is definitely the best athlete in the gym.
I'm still the female to beat, and with American Ninja Warrior, that's how it's gonna be.
Look at those guns. She is an impressive athlete. I've got my eye on her, Matt.
There's Kirsty's fiance, Michael, and parents, Kurt and Lori. The Machine just 5'4" and 123 pounds, but tremendous strength.
Matt, I'm in the gym every day, and I've never seen a 123-pound woman flip weights like that.
But an athlete all her life, even led her high school boys ice hockey team to a state championship by scoring a hat trick in the championship game. Now attends Maryville University in St. Louis. Oh! Can't lock on in the Big Dipper, and that's a shocking early exit from a woman who I thought had the skills to go all the way here.
Kirsty came off the bar one hand at a time. Her right hand made first contact, but wasn't able to grasp the ladder. She had a few chances to save it, but she just never was able to get a good grip. She's upset now, but Kirsty Meyer will be back.
Up next on the course, he's a 33-year-old professional rock climber out of Fort Collins, Colorado. It's Isaac Caldiero. And in a field of elite rock climbers, this guy may be the best.
Isaac's like a free spirit. He's gonna go out and do exactly what he wants to do. He enjoys life.
Isaac's got a flow and a natural confidence about him where things just come so easily to him. He can move easily, his body, through time and space.
The fluidity that I have in my performance and just in my personality comes from being in tune with nature. I'm connecting with the earth and the universe and my own energy. My strengths in this competition come from what I've done in rock climbing.
Isaac's kind of my hero when I look at all the ninjas out there.
With rock climbing, you have one chance, you know, it's like one shot, one kill. So for me in Ninja Warrior, it's like the same thing. I don't want to fall, I don't want to be done. So I'm gonna hold on as long as I can.
Yeah, come on. You got it, come on.
I'm 100% dedicated this year, and I want to win that million.
You can see on the sidelines cheering him on, other members of the Wolfpack and his girlfriend, Laura Casana.
Was that a heel click? Did I just see a heel click from Isaac Caldiero?
The 4 members of the Wolfpack are so strong, but Caldiero may be the greatest of all 4 of them, but I think he's had the most trouble focusing, Akbar. That's what we're really going to need to see out of Caldiero this year.
Well, he's going to have to definitely focus on the floating tiles because that's what it requires, athleticism, focus, and peripheral vision. That was easy. That was
Effortlessly
easy.
bound through it. This guy is a phenomenal rock climber. He and Kasana travel around the country in their RV rock climbing, but he said this year he specifically moved closer to the Wolfpack to train on American Ninja Warrior. He believes he's the one who'll achieve total victory, Akbar.
Just look at him right now on the ring toss, totally in control, making it look easy.
Oh, and look at that, one-handed.
Well, this is familiar territory here on the modified ring toss for Caldiero.
Well, he believes he can win it all. And right now, Akbar, he is just calmly crushing this course.
Yeah, he's a world-class climber. He's a world-class competitor and athlete.
Well, this does play into his strengths, and you can hear
Oh,
it was
look at the
Ian
reach.
Dory giving the Wolf Powell there from the Wolfpack.
One-handed,
Oh,
look at
come
that.
on.
Oh, you show off.
Look at the confidence.
Look at that.
I got to say, I like the confidence, but let's not forget, hubris brought down the Wolfpack last year. Well, Caldiero's ready to join the other finishers tonight.
There it is.
One arm.
One hand,
Wow.
Really?
Well, the Wolfpack announcing its presence with authority. Caldiero hits the buzzer, makes it look easy. Total victory this year, Isaac?
Oh, total victory, man, to the top. Watch out, man, the Doriana.
Well, Isaac could have done this with one hand behind his back. There was the one-arm pose at the ring toss, then flexing with one arm at Bungee Road, and then a one-arm mount at the warp wall. Impressive.
So Isaac Caldiero jumps onto the leaderboard. Remember, the top 30, those who finish or get the farthest, the fastest, move on to the city finals. Still to come, Lance Pekus has kicked it up a notch.
I'm feeling the best physical shape of my life right now.
The Cowboy Ninja is coming up next. And she's one of America's best female climbers. Now, Megan Martin's ready to climb up the warp wall once again.
It's really cool because milestones are always cool.
On American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to Kansas City, where this loaded field continues to battle this course. Handyman James Fenby brought the right tools for success. The 30-year-old rookie from Bolivar, Missouri hammered out an excellent run. He's looking comfortable on these obstacles, putting the final touches atop the warp wall. By sporting a pink tutu, 24-year-old Nicole Martinez kept a promise to a friend. Look at that. But she couldn't keep dry on the course. And paramedic Brendan Couvreau's run came to a screeching halt at the warp wall. And a little stumble. However, on his final attempt, he resuscitated his run. And he's done it! And secured a spot in the Kansas City finals. Brendan Couvreau, the rookie, is moving on. Well, you can hear the crowd, and that ovation is for a fan favorite, Lance Pekus, the Cowboy Ninja. He's a 28-year-old rancher from Salmon, Idaho. Well, the crowd loving what they're seeing. I think they think this is a Magic Mike preview. Sorry, ladies, Lance is taken. Here's his beautiful wife, Heather, holding their newborn baby son, Grayson. I told you his story before, stays in shape, working on his father-in-law's ranch. He's built ninja obstacles inside the barn.
Take the hat off.
Taking the hat off. This is the 4th year for Lance Pekus competing, and each year getting stronger and stronger. But I feel like we've grown up with him. This guy now has 2 children since he started competing on American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, he's been a favorite of American Ninja Warrior. We know his athleticism. He's the real deal.
Right now, Pikas is setting fire to this course.
And Lance is moving. This is by far the fastest time we've seen tonight.
And Pikas looking as strong as ever, Akbar.
Look at that.
Well, in his house, you know, he said he got a room that he could have turned it into a man cave. Instead, he turned it into a ninja cave. That's how serious he is about American Ninja Warrior.
Not everybody has a ninja cave in their house.
I think a lot of men are going to want him, judging by the women's reaction to his abs.
He built a lot of obstacles on his ranch, but I can guarantee you he doesn't have anything like Bungee Road. I love the way the cowboy is moving. Uh-oh, make that dismount.
Well, he's going to have the fastest time of the night so far.
Oh, look at that.
And cowboy up. Lance Pikas, the fastest time of the night. Congrats on the new kid, Lance.
Congratulations.
It's making you faster.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully I showed him how to do it.
There he is.
Staying up past his bedtime.
Go, Daddy.
Cowboy Ninja just continues to get stronger.
Yeah, cowboy up.
This is where he really turned on the jets. He cruised through the ring toss like a machine. Perfect rhythm and got through that obstacle quicker than anyone we've seen tonight.
Lance Pikas with an impressive run. Christine standing by with the Pikas family.
Lance, I think I have something that belongs to you. I know you need that as the Cowboy Ninja. Lance, you have the fastest time of the night. Was that your strategy going into this?
I just tried keeping a good pace and moving through everything and let my training take over. So I hope, yeah, awesome.
Congratulations. We'll see you in the city finals. Matt Nockbar, back to you.
Well, at the starting line right now, he's William Adams, better known as Lou Fitness. He's from Ferguson, Missouri. Yes, that Ferguson, Missouri, the one that's been in the news so much over the past year. And he's going to change your perception of his hometown.
I love where I'm from because where I'm from made me who I am. We as a people need to find other ways to channel our aggression. That's how you build a better community.
Count. 1, 2.
The name of my company is Lou Fitness. It stands for Lifting Others Up. We're lending our services to help people that really can't afford high-end trainers.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I started posting on Facebook and Instagram, meet me at the park so we can train.
Go.
It became like a frenzy over it. They love it. They're coming out.
Let's go. Motivate. Go.
Ferguson needs someone like him because he really, truly does have a way at bringing people together.
Let's get it. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
It's a blessing to go out there and run this obstacle course and show and prove to the people back in Ferguson that you can overcome these different obstacles.
6'2", 210. He is enormous. The only thing bigger than him, his personality.
And man, this guy is a beast. In high school, he was the 2002 Missouri State high jump champion with the 6'6" jump. Oh, good save.
Well, even before he was Lou Fitness, William Adams always believed in giving back. Served our country in the United States Air Force after high school. Says graduating from basic training, one of the hardest things he's ever endured.
And look at the balance out of the big fella. The big guy continues to impress, but here on the modified ring toss, his size could be a detriment.
At 210 pounds, he's one of our heavier competitors, and that is a lot of mass to move across this obstacle.
Yeah, Matt, but despite his size, William has always loved to climb on things, even has a background in gymnastics. I think he can handle it.
Well, he was moving along at a good clip, but now he's a little hung up. I think he's going to go for the dismount here, Akbar.
There it is. Come on.
In a little trouble controlling that body. Momentum starting to go circular.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Come on, Lou Fitness. It's time to lift yourself up.
You got this, big guy. Show your clients how it's done.
I don't know why he doesn't just drop that other ring if he's still going to go for it. Going for the dismount. Oh! And Lou Fitness out on the modified ring toss.
Well, you can see his body was swinging out of control. That's just inexperience on obstacles. He hung on for a while, but just didn't have anything left for that dismount.
Lou Fitness, Ferguson, Missouri. Came out here, gave my all. Wasn't meant to be.
Coming up, he's come closer than anyone to winning it all. Now Brian Arnold starts his new run at $1 million. Plus, she's obsessive compulsive and has Tourette's.
When they're both at their best, oh, let me tell you, just wait.
But nothing slows down Shucks. And later, he drove 1,000 miles and waited 8 days in line. It's an incredible gesture for his very ill wife.
She's the strongest woman I've ever met.
Their remarkable story when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior, coming to you from historic Union Station, Kansas City, Missouri. We're about halfway through our qualifying round in Akbar. So far, we have seen some amazing success from this elite group of athletes.
And Matt, let me tell you, I am so far surprised by the lack of success we've seen from the women tonight. Just in the last few minutes, we saw two strong competitors take the course. First, it was Amy Pagic, the vet student who came within inches of making it up the warp wall last year. Shocked everyone by going out on just the second obstacle.
Oh! Can't lock on.
And then it was three-time veteran Laura Casana. She's a strong rock climber who trains with boyfriend Isaac Caldiero. But she too got dunked by the Big Dipper.
And there are only two more females left, Akbar. Megan Martin and the woman now at the starting line, college student Caitlin Shuckwit, better known as Shucks. She suffers from both obsessive-compulsive disorder and Tourette's syndrome. You may have noticed her sudden movements, but nothing slows her down.
Having Tourette's and OCD is a humorous combination. One of my OCD rituals is that I do everything in threes. And so I started ticking in threes. What brings on my tics are forms of extreme emotion. With gymnastics, I would tick and I'd be touching everything and I would salute and it would be gone. I've had plenty of moments where I said, why me? But in the long run, this is the only thing I have to deal with. That's awesome, lucky me. I hope out of this run that people with the disorder can see that if they can change their mindset and put a happy, positive spin on it, then the world's their oyster.
There's a look at Shucks' mom and dad. Couldn't be more proud of their daughter. You can see Shucks ticking there, just as she explained, always in threes, brought on by extreme emotion.
Wow, no hesitation.
Well, she is an all-around athlete, grew up doing gymnastics most of her life, was a diver, ran track in high school, and now a dance major in college.
You can see she's grabbing the bar differently with each hand. We call that a mixed grip. This gives you better control on the bar.
Wow, solid transition out of Shucks, using both arms and both legs to hug that ladder tight. Shucks attends Missouri State and has a bunch of college friends here tonight.
Well, she's a dance major, so she should have the balance needed for the floating tiles. Look at her fly with those arms.
And now the ring toss, all about upper body strength here.
And at just 5'3", it's a long reach for her. Those pegs are more than a foot apart, and when you're going uphill, they seem even further.
And a miss right there, but hanging on, another miss. And she is struggling, Akbar.
With every miss, she's expending valuable upper body energy. There it is.
On this downhill section, the pegs placed 30 inches apart.
She's been hanging for a long time, Matt. Shucks better get moving.
She's in real trouble now.
I don't think she can make the transition from here. It is going to take a superwoman effort to make that transition. She went back for the ring. She went back for it, Matt.
She heard you say she couldn't do it, and she didn't like that one bit.
This girl's a fighter. Oh, and she loses the ring.
She's just gonna have to go for it here. No quit in this girl.
Boy, if she makes this one, I am going to flip.
Look, oh! After more than a minute on the ring, Shuck's arms just gave out, but a great effort.
Well, once she knocked that ring into the water, she was hung out to dry. She tried to get some momentum going, but her arms eventually just gave out.
Shucks didn't make it, but Shucks will kill it next year. So thank you guys, that was amazing.
Well, Megan Martin is warming up. She's now the last hope for the women to get up that warp wall. Her run coming up. Up next, last year he had a run for the ages. What a run, 52 years old. Yeah! This year, Jon Stewart barely made it back.
That's tough. You know, I doubted myself a lot.
Plus, he's been closer than anyone to winning it all.
I want to be the best.
Now, Brian Arnold starts a new run at Mount Midoriyama when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to qualifying night here in Kansas City. This season, our friends at POM are offering a special bonus for the fans. Just go to NBC.com/POM to enter the POM Wonderful Ninja Warrior Sweepstakes, where you could win a crazy healthy trip to Japan, the birthplace of Ninja Warrior. While we were away, 3 more athletes tried their hand at the course. Kansas City native Donovan Matoyer looked sharp until the floating tiles nearly knocked him out. DJ and party entertainer Lutalo Seifers, who fell on the Quint steps last year, gave a fist pump of joy upon defeating his nemesis.
I see you, Lutalo.
And capped off his run with the breakdance atop the warp wall.
Oh!
And Mark Pearson, who still pole vaults at 53 years old, bounded through the tiles.
Whoa! Okay, 5'3".
But Father Time caught up to him on Bungee Road.
No!
And there's a look at Jon Stewart, the man who inspired Mark Pearson to compete. Last year, Stewart set the standard when he became the oldest athlete to complete a city finals course. What a run, 52 years old. Yeah! Well, such a memorable run for the rock man, Jon Stewart. The 53-year-old father of 5 is back to do it all again, but this year, he almost didn't make it to the starting block.
Last year I was mountain biking and I had a bad accident.
Okay.
Broke my collarbone quite severely and I had to get surgery. They had to put a plate with 9 screws in it. At 52, it was a long recovery. Doubts were starting to come into my mind like, I'm not gonna get back to Ninja Warrior. This is it. Just day after day, hour after hour, and it was a long 5 months back. In your 50s, you can still do stuff if you believe and you do it the right way. To me, being here this year means more than last year. I feel so blessed, and I'm just gonna give it my best shot.
There's his wife, Lisa, on the sidelines cheering him on. Has to be a special moment for her after seeing him battle back from that brutal injury.
Jon Stewart's only 150 pounds and one of the most fit 53-year-olds you'll ever see.
In addition to his surgery and rehab, says he's changed his diet for this season, cut out a lot of red meat and soda, gained a ½ pound of muscle, and his body fat is under 10%. Says he plans to compete on American Ninja Warrior until he's 65.
Yeah, I bet. In the kind of shape Jon keeps himself in, I wouldn't put it past him.
Jon Stewart, known as the Rock Man because he's been rock climbing for 25 years, always testing himself against the elements. Now the ultimate test of balance here for the 53-year-old. And he is through. You can see him shaking out that right arm, though. The Rock Man so comfortable on climbing, but that collarbone could be problematic here.
He's building up that swing. See? Getting that momentum going in the right direction is crucial.
He says he's only 85%, but when we saw how strong he was last year, that may be enough.
Well, if he's in any pain, you sure can't tell right now.
And Rockman looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
Now, very important here for Jon Stewart to take pressure off of his shoulder is to be able to engage and keep 90 degrees. Look at that.
Going down one side of the bungees. No one's done that tonight. He's older, but maybe Jon Stewart's wiser than some of the other athletes. And look at that. Play it to the crowd. Well, keep in mind, in qualifying last year, he couldn't get up the warp wall. Did it in the city finals. 53 years old. The oldest man ever to get up the warp wall if he can do it.
Jon Stewart just keeps pushing the envelope.
And he's done it! Jon Stewart, and look at that, he is back!
I think he forgot to hit the buzzer. He forgot to hit the buzzer. There it is.
He sets another record.
Well, look at this technique on bungee road. He only uses the bungees on the right side. We haven't seen anyone else try that, but he made it look easy.
Jon, I've got some news for you. At 53 years old, you are now the oldest person to ever complete the course in a qualifying round.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Did anything concern you on the course?
The warp wall always concerns me. I know I can do it, but it makes me nervous.
Well, you're gonna have to do the warps wall again, because we're gonna see you in the city finals. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, baby.
Our leaderboard is starting to fill up with finishers. Jon Stewart joins a growing list of those moving on to the city finals. But some of the best are still to come, including our last female competitor, Megan Martin. Plus, Brian Arnold. We'll see his run up next. Coming up, his wife's battling a terminal illness. And for this walk-on, running the course means everything.
She wants to see me compete. She wants it as much as I do now.
This inspirational story when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to Kansas City, and there is a buzz in the crowd because they know who's up next. No athlete has come closer to winning American Ninja Warrior than this man, Brian Arnold, the 37-year-old stay-at-home dad from Brighton, Colorado. And over the past 3 seasons, no one's been better. He's a 2-time member of Team USA. 2 years ago, he set the standard by going farther than anyone ever has at Mount Midoriyama. And during our USA versus the World competition, he became the only American ever to complete Stage 3. And there's a look at the Wolfpack, Brian's Colorado training partners, Isaac, Noah, and Ian. Brian really has built his life around his goal of achieving total victory at Mount Midoriyama. Because last year quit his job to increase his training, and although he didn't win it all, feels like the decision was the right one.
And even though he's one of the best, Brian Arnold will take his time running the course. He never tries to be the fastest. He just wants to finish to make sure he gets back to Mount Midoriyama.
The other 3 Wolfpack members ran earlier tonight. All 3 finished.
You got this, Wolf. Come on, Brian. Get it.
He's one of the top athletes. Just watch how Brian Arnold attacks the ring toss. This looks totally under control as he moves forward. Arms in that L position. He is putting on a clinic.
Well, Brian Arnold is in it for the long haul. He truly believes he'll be climbing Stage 4 for $1 million at the end of the season.
Well, the rock climber is certainly very comfortable on these 4th and 5th obstacles. Now, bungee road. Great mount. Arnold's so strong. Look at that long reach.
Brian Arnold and his Wolfpack guys, they do so much climbing and training, they don't really worry about these upper body obstacles.
And look at that. Arnold nonchalantly makes the transition by swinging right up to the log and grabbing it. And dismounting with a smile on his face. And now, 14 feet away from the next step in his journey.
There it is, Brian Arnold. Matt, he's back.
Brian Arnold does it again.
Yeah, he's back.
How'd it feel, buddy?
It's awesome.
Well, it's awesome to watch you do it, Brian Arnold. Congratulations.
Look at his technique on bungee rope, alternating his hands, his arms at perfect L's. He was totally relaxed and made a difficult obstacle look easy.
Up next, a truly remarkable story. He's a 31-year-old insurance agent from South Weber, Utah. This is Michael Stanger. He waited in the walk-on line 8 days to run this course, And he's doing it for his wife, Anadina. She has a terminal illness, and quite frankly, they don't know how much longer she has, but this is one experience they wanted to share together.
I want to do cartwheels.
Should we do cartwheels inside or outside?
Outside.
About 3 or 4 months after our second child was born, my wife started getting dizzy. She started having these muscle spasms. There were points where she couldn't even breathe. She was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
It's a genetic disorder, and it affects my collagen. The glue that holds my body together just doesn't hold. Everything's kind of just falling apart.
Oh, there it went. It was maybe 6 or 7 months later, she was in a wheelchair. I never expected to talk about my wife's death so much, but she could die, and so it's always pretty much a constant fear. When she first started getting sick, I probably weighed about 185, and I had a big gut, and my arms were weak and small, and I couldn't lift her. I would hurt my back, I'd be hurting her, you know, picking her up.
He started working out a lot. He dropped like 30 pounds, and he started building muscle, and he transformed his life.
I got into shape, and then when I was watching American Ninja Warrior on TV, I thought it was actually a possibility.
I just saw that light in him, and I saw that it was his dream, and because of that, it became both of our dreams.
We've learned to live every day as if it's our last. Not to put off our goals and our dreams and our passions till tomorrow, because tomorrow might never come.
Well, we have no idea how well he'll do here, but what a story. Michael waited in the walk-on line, wasn't even sure if he'd get to run. His wife, Anadina, was in a car 23 hours so she could see this moment, driven here by their friends Beth and Scott Hess.
This is an emotional run for Michael Stenger. You got to believe he's going to bring his A game.
Waited in line for 8 days for his shot at this course. It was that important for him. Wanted his wife to see this.
After what this family has gone through, I can't help but to be a fan of Michael in this moment.
Oh, we have so many reminders about what's really important in life.
Come on, Michael, you got this. You got this.
We've seen families brought together by American Ninja Warrior, but nothing like this. Says he's so happy to be out here and get a chance to compete and hopefully put a smile on her face. And look at that, he's doing just that.
You can do this, Michael Stenger. Come on. This is a physical love letter to his wife.
I gotta say, we've seen some strong performances, but I think even more impressive tonight have been some of the emotional moments we've seen. And this one, another one of these great moments we'll never forget.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is impressive. Michael Stenger, after 8 days in the walk-on line, has just finished the ring toss.
What a story.
Look at that. I love it.
You got this, Michael. You got this.
Millions watching and thousands here in the stands, and really, he only cares about one woman right now.
He's focused right now because he's only competing for her.
Look at this, and he is turning in a heck of a performance here.
Come on, hang on. You're too close now.
Got to make this
Hold
transition.
on for dear life. Hold on, wrap.
And he's got
That's
it. Michael Stenger.
Hold on,
Look at
come on.
this.
Come on, let her see you go through. Let
Cradling
her see
it.
you go through.
This is a man who's given so much. Willingly done it, and look at this. This is just how you write it up. This is out of a movie. What a tremendous moment. Edina cheering him on. Her husband 14 feet away from realizing a tremendous dream.
There it is!
He's done it!
There it is!
Are you kidding me? Michael
That's it right there!
hits the buzzer. What a moment for this family. I'm tearing up.
Yeah.
This is
I've got tears in my eyes right now for Mike.
And look, the look on his wife's face out there.
Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh my God.
She will never forget this run.
I gotta say, this has been one of the most emotional nights in the history of American Ninja Warrior, and what a great moment. Right now, he's standing by with Christine.
Mike, that was an amazing run. You were in the walk-on line. Why was it so important to you to stick it out and wait and run this course?
Well, I talked to my wife, and she doesn't know if she's going to be around next year, and so she told me to come to the walk-on line. She wanted to see me do it, so I said, we'll do whatever it takes.
What does it mean to you to be experiencing this and seeing him do as well as he did?
This makes everything worth it. Like, he's my husband, he's my life, and I'm just so proud of him. I couldn't be more proud.
Congratulations, this was awesome. I'm glad that you were out here. We're gonna see you in the city finals, guys.
Just an incredible night here in Kansas City, but it is not over yet. Up next, Lauren Ball has the need for speed.
Man, Lauren Ball is crazy fast.
He'll give you the fastest time or a spectacular failure.
Watch out.
His entertaining run when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior. As the competition draws to a close, 3 more rookies advance to the city finals in spectacular fashion. High school ceramics teacher Brandon Barrett broke through. The 28-year-old out of Saratoga Springs, Utah, molded his run into a true work of art. And right up and another rookie, the success continues. 29-year-old tax accountant Kevin Hogan ran the course like he was about to be audited by the IRS. But the Taxinator from St. Michael, Minnesota found himself atop the warped wall. The Taxinator delivers. And 27-year-old concrete foreman Zach Eddington poured his heart and soul into his performance. Eddington putting together an unbelievable run. The 5'3" newcomer from Lehigh, Utah was pumped up by his speedy run. On the course right now, one of our best, Paul Casimir. He's a software engineer from Longmont, Colorado, and we call him Mr. Consistency.
Matt, this is the guy who no doubt could end up with the fastest time.
Well, this is Casimir's 6th appearance on American Ninja Warrior, and he is no stranger to speed. 2 years ago, he was fastest in Dallas qualifying. Last year, finished second to another speedster, Lauren Ball. Casimir also a 2-time member of Team USA, the all-star group that took on Japan and Europe in our USA versus the World competition.
Excellent momentum out of Casimir. Now let's see if he can maintain this pace.
And look at him, Casimir's so strong. Those bungees are placed 3 feet apart, but not a cause for concern for the nearly 6-foot Casimir.
Oh, just like John Stewart, he's taking one side of the bungees. Wow.
This is for the fastest time. And right up is Mr. Consistency with some flash. The fastest time. Where did the flash come from, Casimir?
Mr. Speed himself.
Boom! Hey! I love it. Another amazing performance from Mr. Consistency. He has the time to beat. But our next competitor isn't exactly slow. He's a 28-year-old gym owner from Golden, Colorado, Lauren Ball. And if anyone can top Paul Casimir for the fastest time, it's this guy. We're going to find out from Lauren just how fast this course can be run.
I'm kind of known for my speed.
Not even 15 seconds in, and he's halfway through the course.
If there's an opportunity to get first place and I feel like it's achievable, I'm going to go for it. I feel like getting things done in a fewer amount of moves is going to be way more effective in finishing the course.
So if I can finish an obstacle in 2 steps, as opposed to taking my time and doing 5 steps on each thing, I have less of an opportunity to burn myself out. I'm going for the fastest time. Watch out.
And there's Lauren's mom, Veronica. This is the first time in 5 seasons that she's come to watch him run.
Well, oh, he just ran across the quick steps in 3 strides. And you know Lauren Ball was going to be going for speed, especially after just watching Casimir get the fastest time by almost 20 seconds. But Lauren Ball has to know speed kills. Last year in the Denver finals, that speed, I think, cost him as he made a mistake. He was lucky to get into Vegas with the wild card.
You know, Lauren Ball is a break dancer, more of a parkour guy. He's not a rock climber, so the rings may be a challenge.
There you go. I love it, yes!
And Mom's getting into it.
This is good pace right here.
Wow! Lauren Ball skips over the last section of the obstacle.
Matt, he is about to go for Paul's time right now. And just like Casimir, he's taking 1 lane down bungee road. He's just going straight for it, Matt.
And he has his foot firmly on the accelerator, and look at this! Paul Casimir had the fastest time, and now
you better get for that
Lauren Ball's going to pass it under a minute! And you did it!
Fastest time.
Lauren Ball with the fastest time of the night. You know, we knew the talent was deep, but the last 2 performances have been at next level, positively electric.
He said he was going to go fast, and look at this. 1, 2, 3, up one side of the quintuple steps, and then he just goes for it on the ring, skipping the last 3 pegs. That's how you get the fastest time.
Lauren, you are so fast.
Thank you.
And you pulled a couple sneaky moves out there to cut your time down. Tell me about those.
I just felt like I was ready to hit everything. Watched a couple of my friends hit the course and just followed by example. And they honestly, all the other competitors who are amazing just showed me the way. So.
How fast do you think you went?
Under a minute.
58 seconds. That's impressive. Congratulations, fastest time of the night, guys.
That puts Lauren Ball at the top of our leaderboard, and we've had more than 30 finishers tonight. Remember, everyone who hits the buzzer moves on to the city finals, which we'll see in a few weeks.
Well, only 1 run left, and it's the one we've been waiting for. Megan Martin's got her nails painted special just for this occasion, and she's heading to the starting line to make magic once again. We'll see her run when American Ninja Warrior returns. It all comes down to this one last shot at the warp wall. Yes! She's done it! Megan Martin matches history! That was a year ago in Denver. Megan Martin becoming just the 3rd woman to get up the warp wall. And now, here she is, ready to make her 2015 debut. Last season, she was a rock climbing rookie, just happy to be on the course. But this year, she's ready to rock it.
A huge part of the appeal of rock climbing for me is that I get the opportunity to create a path no one's ever taken. It's like being a pioneer, and it's the same with American Ninja Warrior.
I think it's really cool that I've been able to have a lot of firsts in this sport. Being like the first female rookie to complete a qualifier.
Yes! Megan Martin! Oh! She's done it! Her feet are up!
And then the first girl to do this jumping spider in the half pipe attack on the Vegas course.
Oh, you go, girl, you go!
I definitely want to be an example for the kids that I teach, and I think by being on the show I can do that. There you go, now cross up to blue. When I was growing up, I was always athletic, and I always had pretty big muscles, and those were kind of things that I was kind of embarrassed of. Good, Grace, come on. It's really nice, and now that that kind of stuff is in, and little girls can be like, yeah, I want to be strong too. Yes! That's awesome! Some of them have started going to parkour gyms. They're like, I'm going to be an American Ninja Warrior when I'm 21. I'm like, yes, you are. You're going to crush it.
There's Brent Stephenson along with Casey Catanzaro. Will both be competing next week in Houston. And the Wolfpack, Noah, Ian, and Brian Ready to watch Megan rock this course.
Last year, Megan Martin shook up the world, and now she's back. Let me tell you something. This girl is big time, prime time, showtime, all time.
This year, Megan competes first, so she gets to set the bar.
Now she's got to make this transition with this jump. There it is.
Wow.
A high jump.
So high on the rope. And you know what I loved is before she ran, she showed us her fingernails, the bow in her hair. She's a girly girl. And she said, that's right, I'm coming out here and I'm competing like a girl.
This year, the girls came to play. And Megan is all business. She wants to be the first woman of the season to beat the warped wall.
This could be the toughest obstacle for her, though. Just 5'4", about 5 to 6 feet between those tiles.
Hop, hop, go! There
Nicely.
it is! And she still has the flower in her hair.
Mighty Casey cheering her on. She is a hardcore. This is a professional climber. She was a pole vaulter at Vanderbilt, still holds the record indoor and outdoor.
I'm a big fan of Megan Martin, I can tell you right now.
Should feel right at home here on the modified ring toss.
Yeah, and it's all about figuring it out as you go.
Look at the momentum, though. Excellent technique.
This is the way you do it. Guys and girls, pay attention.
Rocks back and forth and uses that momentum to help get that back ring off and lock it in.
There it is. She's got strong arms, strong upper body. She's all around a total athlete.
She's a little uneven here, though, Akbar. The momentum going in different directions needs to calm it down.
She's calm. She's a rock climber. Everybody stay calm. There is no problem here for Megan Martin.
And there she goes. Good recovery.
She was just catching her breath. She's got her groove back.
Look at that. I got to say, that it took a rock climber straight there. Look at the spin on the
360. 360 in the air.
Well, I love it, showing how strong the women are.
Well, she's one of the top female rock climbers in America, and she's showing it tonight.
No woman has been able to get through Bungee Road, but Megan Martin used to making history.
There it is. Get up there, girl.
A great mount. And look at that upper body strength, that grip strength.
And no panic. She's totally in control. That's it.
Great control. I love the mental focus out of Megan Martin.
Don't use your feet now. You gotta grab on. Look at the rock climber in her. Look at the rock climber in her.
Look at this. Megan Martin, a few feet away from becoming the first woman to complete Bungee Road.
There it is.
And she's done it. History again out of Megan Martin. Last year, along with Casey Catanzaro and Michelle Wonke, they were the first women ever to get up the warped wall. Megan Martin, 14 feet away from being the first woman to finish in back-to-back seasons. She's part of an elite group of women who've made it up the warped wall, but never take it for granted.
No, you can never take it for granted. And a true athlete knows that. That's it. Watch her!
Megan Martin does it! Yes! And she hits the buzzer, the first woman to complete this city qualifying course.
You did it, girl! You did it!
Megan Martin does it again!
Look at that!
Megan, what do you want to tell the girls out there?
Well, we're gonna make that our Palm Crazy healthy run of the night. Megan looked strong from the start, and she did it again, becoming the first woman up the wall this season.
Let's go down to Christine, who's with Megan Martin.
The ring toss. How did you get through that?
I felt good on it for the most part, and then my swing got all twisted, and I had to sit there and wait. But I just persevered through it.
Will you marry me?
Oh, you're getting proposals out here. What do you want to say to all the kids that are watching out there, and especially a lot of the little girls who are looking up to you?
I mean, just do what you love, and please, if you want to do this when you're older, totally go for it. I'm really excited.
How far are you taking things this year?
I want to take it to the top.
All right, take it to the top. I love it. I'm rooting for you, girl. All right, guys, back to you.
Well, after an amazing night of competition, our final leaderboard has Lauren Ball at the top, finishing in under a minute. In all, 38 athletes completed this course, including Isaac Caldiero at number 11. And we'll see all these finishers back here in Kansas City in a few weeks for the city finals. And Brian Arnold landed in the 31st spot, and in 37th is Megan Martin, the only woman to move on. Next week, we head to Houston, where we'll see the return of Mighty Casey Catanzaro. Can the first woman to get up the warp wall amaze us once again? For Akbar Benjamin and Christine Leahy, I'm Matt Eisman. We'll see you next time on American Ninja Warrior.